Good morning, listeners, and good morning, wrestling. You're here on another day with The Slew and
Charles X.
And you're here on July 28th, 2017. How are you, Charles?
I've been better.
Not feeling too great. I think I need to pick out a concrete intro for that beginning and the orders in which we do those three separate things. I'm going to get that down.
What? You lost me. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well,
say it again.
I said the Good Morning Wrestling thing, and then I said who we were, and then I said the date. But usually I say the date second. Weird, I don't know. But Charles isn't feeling too well today.
Yeah, I don't care how it goes. I don't care about the damn order of the date. I feel like crap. And you're nitpicking about that, fans?
How do you?
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
How do you feel on a from like a Zach Gowen to like a Zack Sabre Jr. right now? Now, mind you, Zack Sabre Jr. is second place in the G1, and Zach Gowen's missing a leg.
I mean, I feel like I'm a little better off than Zach Gowen right now.
Yeah.
Maybe not financially. He's got to have a little bit of money.
He's at least getting a check a month.
Yeah. He's saving money on shoes. Other than that, though, yeah, scoot it close to me because I'm not feeling it today.
Your voice is just so smooth, it always scares me. Because it looks like it's barely picking it up, but then I listen back, and your voice, I think it's not the loudness, I just think it's the smoothness. You really do have a very calm voice. My
very
voice
peaceful.
Yeah, my voice juts up and down.
Yeah, your voice sends it into a wild frenzy.
Yeah, wild frenzy, like a one-legged man doing a shooting star press type of frenzy. But it's Friday, so we didn't really watch any wrestling when we got home today. We watched the highlights.
Did you say like a one-legged man doing a shooting star press?
Yeah.
Man, you were all on Zach Gowen.
I'm just, hey, you said I had to carry it, and Zach Gowen jokes came to my mind, and that was pretty much it. There wasn't a lot of news today, but we picked up whatever we could, and we're going to discuss what's going on in the G1 later on, as we already hit on the Zack Sabre Jr. doing pretty good, which is, he's like the only guy that's doing pretty good that isn't like an NJPW guy, you know? But,
yeah.
You know.
Well, he's like the only guy that's not an NJPW guy.
You think? About it. You could look at Michael Elgin as an NJPW guy?
No, now, yeah.
Do you?
Has
he been over there for a long time now?
Within the last, year, yeah.
I see him
so. He hasn't really been in Ring of Honor at all.
Yeah, that's where I watched him wrestle. So maybe I just fell in that small pocket of time where he was there. But we're going to talk about that after we've hit these minuscule little bullet points here. And we're going to start it off with somebody coming back. Returning Young. Darren Young. I don't think anybody's necessarily missed him too much, which is kind of sad to say. But, I mean, not as though he was doing too excellent while he was there. But he's very athletic. And he's the only wrestler that I know of that's gay and came out with it, and I mean, that is a draw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was also gay when he came back this last time and did nothing.
Yeah, he did nothing. But he's such a good wrestler, it's nuts.
They should embrace it.
But not even like, I don't know. I don't think like Go Velveteen Dream.
Put him with Velveteen Dream.
Oh, man, I don't know about
that. Make them a gay couple like Billy Kay and Peyton Royce. That's right. I just blew everyone's mind.
Yeah.
to a different level of uncomfortable.
I was like, Billy and Chuck? But then you went Billy Kay and Peyton Royce. Man, that would not be right. The second one, because they're just too good looking. It would blow people's minds. The first one, it'd be pretty funny. If they were a couple and they got into shenanigans and stuff. But I think that it would be too hard to do that without them, like, it looking like they're just using that as a way to make gay jokes and it be fine. You know?
Yeah.
Like people said about, like, Chuck and Larry. Like, oh, it's just an excuse to be able to say gay jokes because it's about actual gay people, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I just think he's a really good wrestler, and I do think that forms a draw around him. I don't see why not. Why it wouldn't.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's a common thing.
That guy, Collins, Jason Collins. Whenever he came out in the NBA, and he was like the top jersey sell from then on for the next, couple
It's just
months.
like
that all fizzled out. Don't get me wrong.
Well,
but
look at
he
it.
was the top merch seller in the NBA for a little while.
I remember that
Back in the right after the Linsanity era.
when he was
So,
the top.
Yeah, so
I look at it as like you got lots of white dudes, you got lots of black dudes, you got a couple Indian dudes, you got some Mexican dudes, you're representing from everywhere, and then you have one guy who actually came out as being gay, and he's in every wrestling fan that is also gay, that is the one person that they have the most in common with, So it's like, I don't know. I just think you would think that he would have a really big following.
you would think. Plus, he's seen as like
Stunt
twin
double.
or son or something. I think it's ultimately setting up for Darren Young and John Cena versus Angle and Jordan.
I mean, the guy
Who
doesn't.
has the better black son?
I was going for. Oh wow. Yeah, I mean age wouldn't work, but that's pretty funny. Because I'm sure they're pretty close in age, or at least close enough to where it would be goofy, like that Daniel Bryan Chad Gable thing. That's pretty funny, honestly. I'm glad they did it.
Well, that's still not confirmed not to be true. It still could be. I mean, you got
I think
two
Chad
of the best
Gable
technical
knows.
wrestlers there.
Hey,
I think if you're a good technical wrestler, you're gonna have a mysterious kid in the business.
I mean, I
You're
just
gonna find him
think.
later.
Okay, it's crazy enough that Jordan is Kurt Angle's son, but if Gable turns out to also be an adopted child whose father became a professional wrestler before he did,
So ironic.
Yeah,
that
that
we were teamed up.
yeah, that'd be ridiculous. Because it's like, so they're already pushing the envelope at this point. People are already complaining about this, which I wish they'd shut the hell up. But God, it'd be so weird and funny.
The adopted alpha.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Man, they were so good together. I hope to see them do very well apart.
they were
but-
so good on NXT.
Yeah, I mean, they were
It's
good
just a different
together
crowd.
on...
that little weekly crowd loved them. When you got interchanging crowds, you see it the same thing with. Not going to say necessarily Nakamura.
Somewhat.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
Sadly.
The fans aren't all for him like fucking in NXT. There's some people who just don't know him. So
He hasn't done
But
enough.
he's working on that.
He hasn't
That's-
done enough on the main roster in front of that set of fans.
Well,
He needs
exactly.
to
That's
take
why
down a
he's-
big bad.
Well, that's next week. That's it. All could
John
start
Cena.
next week.
The big bad.
next week.
Yeah, I hope. I mean, to be honest, I'd love for Shinsuke to just go over next week, but I don't think that's going to happen. John Cena's going to be involved in SummerSlam. There's no way he's just not going to be involved in SummerSlam. But we're moving on. Somebody else is involved in SummerSlam. Braun Strowman on his knees. Everybody's probably heard of this if you're listening to this, because there isn't much news today, and this might be the biggest, I guess. They were Karen Jarrett, correct?
Yeah.
Karen Jarrett asked Braun Strowman for a autograph for her child at a bar in Nashville after an event. I can't recall if it was a GFW or...
Raw was in Nashville, so
Okay, yeah, I remember.
Everybody was just in town.
Yeah, and they were all at the same bar and whatnot, I guess. You know how it happens. All the wrestlers go to the same bar. That bar's just making the most money they've ever made that night. And
Okay.
you would assume...
So GFW guys roll into town.
Well, no,
I'm
the
kidding,
WWE guys.
I'm kidding.
I'm not saying the
I'm kidding.
GFW
If
guys.
I could ever
I'm
take
just kidding.
any opportunity to bash GFW for their spending habits, I'm going to.
I'll tell you what right now. If they're at a bar and James Storm is with them, that bar's making the most money they've ever made that night.
I thought that was just a start to a joke.
It was
GFW walks into a bar,
really. Wow.
knocks them right out.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Limbo. I get it. Man, that was good.
Yeah.
All right.
It was.
Braun Strowman. Yeah. I got lost. She asked for his autograph. Though he knew who she was, I believe. I don't think that he didn't know who she was.
I mean, you would think that he does, but
Yeah.
apparently from what the stories are...
You think is that what he got out of it? It was hard for me to tell. It really was hard for me to tell. Like, if he knew who she was or not.
I mean, I think he knew.
Yeah.
Or no, I think he didn't know, because he fucking,
Shunned her.
was like, then she was like, I was with Kurt Angle, and he was like, oh, I'm sorry. Either way, fuck you, cunt.
I think...
For fucking being a bitch. The guy's a heel, and you're in the wrestling business, and you go up to him asking for an autograph.
Oh, yeah.
And he acts like a heel, and you
Think of
fucking ridicule the guy for it, and fucking put him on his knees or whatever, which he shouldn't have fucking done, because he's a goddamn giant.
Yeah, and that's on him, though. From what I've heard, he did that. Yeah, that was a dumb choice on his part.
That was stupid.
Never getting your
fucking,
damn knees.
Why is she even at a bar? Go fucking be a mom. Where the fuck are you? Why the fuck are you at a bar? Go home and be with Double J's fucking semen spawn and whatever kids you got left over of Angles that aren't Jason Jordan. Go home and live your life like you should be instead of being out fucking trying to be a mark with the boys. Gosh, you fucking just another Dixie Carter. And Jeff Jarrett's going to let you run around and do it. Jesus Christ.
One good point that you made, though, out of that rant that you just had, not
That's
that the rest of the points were good, but one good point is that he is a heel, so really he shouldn't be trying to sign autographs and whatnot.
Yeah,
I'd say that's the biggest...
fucking...
Because they didn't even mention that, you know, like... I don't know. It's like they want it all. They want them to not break character, but then they want them to break character at the right points.
They want him to be a star.
Yeah, they want it all.
The fucking bully shit. If it fucking was...
yeah, they wanted
20 years ago, if this happened, they'd be like, good job, Braun. You didn't fucking break character. You fucking put her down. You didn't do the autograph.
They want
good
John
job,
Cena's.
Braun. Instead, they want fucking John Cena's.
Funny, because he did the 25,000 autographs. What a funny parallel right there. Literally, like over the last couple of days. Braun Strowman wouldn't give an autograph, and John Cena did 25,000 autographs. And that's the way that it should be. Yet Braun Strowman's getting shit for not giving an autograph. And then, it's so dumb. That's the dumbest thing. Why would he even react to anything that she did? He shouldn't. I don't know. I'd say he did what he was supposed to do up until she threatened him, essentially. Not even... I can see it going like this. He recognized her and knew who she was. Or he didn't know who she was because you made the point that he shouldn't sign it. And then she said that she was going to call Kurt. I think that's so weird that he would care that much.
Yeah, she's not even with Kurt anymore.
And
Kurt's
it's a rivaling
kids are probably
company.
always around him anyway.
Yeah.
Fucking just, it doesn't make sense. To me, it sounds like she will. Hey, my son's a big fan of yours. To me, it sounds like you're fucking trying to bother the guy.
Yeah.
My son's a big fan of yours. You think that's what someone wants to hear after they're fucking going and taking bumps and fucking Roman tried to kill him? You think that's what people want to
Well,
hear?
and from her specifically. Like, you're right. That sounds like a diss. Like, if it was from a mom, that would be completely different. But, like a random fan mom, you know. But being from her, that does sound like a backhanded thing to say.
Yeah,
and also,
I mean, I don't know.
why would Kurt Angle not just get the autograph? He sees Kurt Angle every Monday.
Yeah. At some point, he'll probably be not finished with him.
But he's not finished with anything.
Exactly.
I can't believe he got on his knees. Under his own accord, from what Meltzer's saying. Meltzer is the one that reported this, and he said it's true. He said that they would say that it's not true. Such a funny thing, because if you say that, then it's like nobody can. You know what I mean? Like if you're like old Charles, he loves eating that pink paint, but he's gonna tell you he doesn't. Then it's like you can't say shit.
Go ahead and ask me.
Do you eat pink paint?
No.
Yeah, see, I don't believe you. I heard that that's what you'd say, Charles.
But see, that's how it would go. That was just a demonstration.
But either way, I believe Meltzer. It's just so... You can... Whenever things get reported so highly, I feel... Although it's a slow news day, so why not report it? I just feel like if a lot of different websites are reporting it and you can find some legitimacy in it, it must be somewhat true. Because they're not going to take my report, you know what I mean? If I said that, and everybody, start telling everybody.
Especially with there's being no video of it.
Yeah.
If she's cutting this loud promo,
Oh, yeah,
of
there's-
what they said, and no one got a shot. That's
Wrestlers. The wrestlers freaking... They can't just say she was being a bitch and freaking, like, yelling at the dude. They're like, she was doing a loud promo.
Yeah.
It's not... What do you mean a loud promo? What was she up there like, I just want to say to everyone... Because that's usually how most women that are in charge of promos go, and they usually suck. Man, I just said something I shouldn't have. Stephanie McMahon's pretty good. And Vicky was alright when she wasn't being annoying. But maybe I should say, like, in the TNA history, because Dixie Carter's real annoying. She has, like, you know, I don't know. It just sounds like she was being a bitch.
Oh, I mean, if you look at the track record of women being in charge in wrestling, for the most part, they're all trying to be a
Portraying,
bitch.
yeah.
Vicky, like you said, Stephanie, when is she ever a good guy?
Yeah.
SmackDown back in the day, she was good, but actually, that was really good shit. It was cool seeing her as a face.
Stephanie's good, but she's been around it literally her whole entire life. But so is this chick, I guess. I don't know if she has kids by Kurt Angle and Jeff Jarrett. Talk about a match.
Yeah, really.
I'm just kidding. I don't know,
But they had a feud over it in TNA.
Yeah, I've seen some YouTube vids.
Yeah.
But that's all we got on the Braun Strowman for this week, and we're gonna move on from his big ass. Can't believe you got on your knees, Braun. Don't ever do it again. If Cornette heard about that shit, his video would be 2 minutes long, and it would have the F word in it many times. And I ain't talking about flowers.
That was awful.
I know.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I had to do it. But switching over from
For those of you still listening,
switching over from Braun Strowman to Mike Kanellis. I don't know what to do. I'm trying to think of random tones, and I'm not the best at making random voices like that. That's usually Charles.
not happening today. Though.
Yeah. Mike Kanellis is just a random guy on Twitter. Just took a shot at him. Random troll. Can't remember his name. It's like Mark Jax. I can't remember his name. Irrelevant. But he just was like, he said, went from TNA playing a joke to WWE playing a joke. Good job. And then Kanellis replied, which was probably made this guy's life, and freaking roasted him, saying he's getting paid now. And I thought that was pretty funny.
Oh man.
You know?
And you can't even. That's not even like.
Yeah, he's
that's
getting
not
paid.
even slander or anything. Like that's not even defacing their company. That's just
Hilarious.
Hey, they didn't fucking pay me. It's true.
That's hilarious.
Because I mean, they were giving him. They weren't really treating him like a joke, to be honest. They'd given him a pretty decent push.
In TNA?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
So-
The Miracle?
So to say that he was not, I mean, he had to not be getting paid to leave because they were pushing him pretty well. So,
Yeah. I don't even think that they would have wanted him to leave.
But you know how GFW does. They squash every push they start to do because they get somebody new. They get a new toy and put the other one back in the chest.
He's really good. I mean, you could say what he's doing in WWE is a joke right now, but it's a good way to separate him from all the guys that aren't jokes and aren't entertaining and are just guys in tights that like to wrestle. Because there's nothing wrong with that, and I love the characters that are like that, but it's like after Daniel Bryan came along, they think that being a face is a character, you know? It's weird. Like, Hulk Hogan wasn't just a face. He liked America. Ultimate Warrior wasn't just a face. He was Mojo Rawley. Freaking, these people have characters. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But it's funny how similar he was. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see the similarities. He did stay hot.
They stayed hype all the time. I was trying to find that tweet by Kanellis. That's why I might sound a little distant.
A little wild.
Yeah, what do you call it? One of those hairs?
A wild hair. You're here.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Crafty.
I don't know. That was pretty much
Man,
it.
I don't feel good, y'all.
It's fine.
Jeez.
That was pretty much it for the Kanellis. Who cares? I mean, it was a pretty funny little joke. He got that guy. I can't find it.
I don't really want to smoke that on here. Because I'm just going to be coughing like crazy.
All right.
It's just going to sound like shit on camera. Or video, whatever it is.
Okay, well, and that's pretty much it for Mike. And then we're moving on to Elias Sampson, losing the Samson. Gonna just be Elias. Which makes sense, I guess. You don't really need the Samson. It kind of sounds jokey, honestly.
Yeah. Kind of reminds me of
Biggie
Dumb and
Langston.
Dumber.
Oh, sorry.
Dumb and Dumber, because, like, in a few years, people are going to be like, what was his last name? Slippy, Slappy, Slammy, Samsonite. I was way off. It's going to be a lot like that. He's just going to be Elias. Which is weird. I mean, I think Elias Sampson's a good name.
I think it's a good name, too, but I mean, I don't necessarily think that it matters. Just calling him Elias. I mean, it's like people know his name now, you know? That's kind of how I saw it when they did it to Big E. It's like, well, this is, like, people would call me by my full name when they first met me, essentially, to tell who I am. And then, first name. Kind of. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see your point, but I mean, I don't know. It's just random.
Yeah.
It's almost like I don't get it. I don't get if they think, like, it's going to help market them or something. Like, God, why are we calling him Samson? Why are we calling Neville Adrian? Why are we calling Cesaro Antonio?
Yeah.
I guess they're just like simple names.
Yeah.
That's what happened to Dougie Ryback. And then they just went with Ryback.
Dougie Ryback.
just a joke.
Shoot what it do.
Just a joke. Big guy. It's a big guy.
Either way, I'd say that it's good that Elias is getting anything, essentially. Or really, you know?
He just beat Finn Balor.
Yeah, I know. It's
Clean,
great.
with no help.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. It was Bray Wyatt.
Oh, yeah. But
Bray Wyatt helped him, but
I just think it's great that we're this far into this guy's WWE career and people are still talking about him, you know, rather than him just dying off immediately.
more people are talking about him now than they were at any point in his career.
Yeah, which is pretty crazy.
NXT included.
Pretty nuts, because he's doing the same thing that he was doing in NXT, and he's doing it for a bigger crowd. But I could kind of see the difference. Like, the NXT people...
Well, you got to smash them over. If you come out... If the fans really don't like him, and they really hate him, and they just don't like him at all, coming out and booing like crazy when he's out there, bam, that's exactly what they want.
Yeah, it's perfect.
So, I mean, it's, golly, that's a heat magnet. People hate that singing shit.
I just think that they saw that in NXT, the crowd more played around with it, rather than on the main roster, the crowd literally just boos and hates it.
Yeah.
You know? So that... I mean, there's definitely an obvious difference. This guy's doing well, and he's showing off his wrestling to do it, and now we're all just going to have to learn to walk with Elias.
Yeah.
Minus the Samson.
I don't know, the NXT crowd, I don't think it is a good atmosphere to get them ready, but still, it's so much like an indie crowd, it seems.
Yeah.
Because it's like these guys just all... Like, think about, have you heard a Drift Away chant yet?
No.
No. In NXT, he couldn't even get his lines out because they were chanting Drift Away. It's like they were trying to get themselves over, and now he can actually fucking work. He can actually do his thing.
Yeah,
just getting booed.
They're not playing.
The fans literally
with
take
him
over
anymore. Yeah, in NXT, they
like like I was watching NXT the other day, and Drew McIntyre's like, "I used to be called the Chosen One," and they started Chosen One chant. It's like, well, they said used to be. Why are you calling them that? Why are you starting to chant for that now? I don't know. I mean, that's a nitpick, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Yes, correct.
Fans they try to get themselves over more than stars.
They just try and do funny chants, which I feel I would want to do funny chants if I was there too. That's what they want in NXT. It seems they pander towards it.
Yeah,
you know, it's just different. It's just a whole different thing, and it works well. I mean, they kill in NXT. But that's why certain things don't get over whenever they go back up to the main roster.
Well, speaking of that, actually, we could talk about that second shakeup about to happen, maybe.
Yeah.
They're going to send people to NXT. Did we cover that
I
yesterday?
couldn't remember if we talked about it or not. I don't think that we did. Yeah, we did. I don't know. Either way, they're going to send people to NXT maybe, but maybe not. So it came from a strong enough source to where it's getting reported. I didn't see who it was from.
No, that's not important. Either way, that's the rumor. And you see anybody? Who would you think would go to NXT? I think Dolph is a good name that I heard.
Dolph would be alright, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to see
crazy.
anybody get put
I
down.
don't really want to see anyone that legible go to NXT.
It's literally just a demotion. They've even
yeah.
said, like, it's even said that way from what I've read. Like, the people that aren't getting over are going to get sent down there. And it's like, well, maybe that makes sense, I guess. Send them down and let them develop in front of a crowd that's going to show them what's going to get over. Because though the NXT crowd plays with everyone, it's a good crowd to, like, try stuff out to see what's going to get over and which way, you know?
Yeah.
At least from what I can see. I don't really know because I've never performed in the Full Sail Center or whatever they call it.
Seems like they might be really just trying to brand NXT.
Yeah.
Just trying to make it... Like, I remember hearing Triple H say that he didn't want people to feel as if they were getting bumped up or called up. He wanted it to feel like they got moved over.
Yeah.
I remember him saying that, and I was like, well, that's a fucking stretch, man.
Yeah, it
I
is.
mean, ECW was an already pretty established brand, and they got shit on, you know, so...
Well, if they, really, if you think about it, if they do it that way and just kind of start moving people around, it could be like their own indie show, really, because that's essentially what it is. Like you said, you know,
That's
it's just
exactly
their
what it is.
it's just
They
their
just-
own indie show.
They get the best indie stars, and they just buck them.
Yep.
Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Roode, that's just the two best guys that they didn't have doing anything in the world.
That's gonna be a really good match, though.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be sound.
I think it'll be real good.
Cool, we'll see. Hopefully it will be.
I mean, I don't see Drew McIntyre not having a good match, and Bobby Roode's been killing it. I don't see it. They'll do good. They'll do good. But some guys that are having a match this week, a little before the Brooklyn show for NXT, Brock Lesnar is going to face Samoa Joe on a SmackDown Live event, a rematch for the title. And we've learned this because Paul Heyman said it in an interview. It's where we got this little source of news. And he said that it is because... I don't know if he said this or if this is speculation or if this is from someone else. But supposedly it's their final show at the Joe Laurie Arena, which I do not really know what that is. But, you know, they obviously like the place if they're trying to book such a strong Raw match for a SmackDown Live event.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I mean, Brock's gonna win.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah, Brock's going to win, but still, you know, that's a nice match for the people to see. Those people, not us.
It'll be a big deal.
Hell yeah. That's going to be... It'll be really good because they probably won't even have cameras on them at all.
I can't find anything about this arena,
Yeah?
even being an arena. Maybe I'm wrong, but
I don't know. Maybe I somehow got the wrong name. But I don't know. That's what it said. I thought. But,
who knows?
they're going to fight nonetheless somewhere. And it'll be another really good match, but we won't get to see it this time. That's fine, because here in a little while we're going to get to see SummerSlam, where they will fight with the addition of Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman.
Yes, they will.
Yeah.
They have a triple threat next week.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I say we just skip this, because I could care less about that. It doesn't matter.
GFW canceling the live event.
Yeah.
Fans are shocked. GFW cancels the live event.
Yes. Bridgeport,
I don't
Connecticut.
know what's going on there. I'm not detailed enough in that.
They said that, I don't know, they used elusive words to just say that they couldn't do it. But they're going to get full refunds to everybody and tickets to any show that they want that's going to be around there, because they're going to stay up in New York and whatnot for a while. But that's really, it's not a big deal. Just not a lot of news today. Who really cares about GFW canceling a live event? It doesn't even seem like it's a bad thing or anything. They just can't do that event.
Well, I mean, something's up. WWE never cancels events.
Well, yeah, but that's because they don't have to. I mean, well, you're right. Yeah, I guess you're right.
That's how you feel. Building a fan base is not by canceling your live shows.
Yeah, obviously.
I mean, not saying they should cancel bigger shows, just saying. The Joe Louis Arena.
What did I say?
Joe Laurie.
Oh, I put an R somehow instead of an I. Got it.
Alright, well, that's going to happen there?
Yeah.
I thought they already had a last show at that Joe Louis Arena, so that's why I fucking wasn't like, well, it's got to be that. Because last time they were there, I'm pretty sure Triple H said, "Let's go at the Joe!" And it was something with Foley on there, so I'm pretty sure that actually there was an event there not long ago. I could be wrong.
I don't know. That's just what it said. I guess I could be wrong.
Well, no, I'm saying that they've already... Like, this was months ago when Foley was on TV.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, "Last go at the Joe." So that's what I was led to believe. So, that being said, even if you are wrong, WWE might have falsely promoted something months ago.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah.
But that's nothing. Who cares about that?
Yeah, I don't think...
Bob versus Joe.
Not too big of
Joe's going to lose. It sucks, but it's going to happen.
Yeah, it's a live event, though, so we don't even...
And at SummerSlam, Joe will be the guy taking the fall.
Probably.
Let's be honest. That's why he's in the match.
Yeah.
And he has nothing else to do. But that's not his fault. It's mine. I should have started my own company long ago and booked him and pushed him to the moon. But that's on me. I've rambled and I've scrambled too long here about my past shakeups.
Your past shakeups,
Yeah.
where you try to start your companies and whatnot.
Exactly.
We were talking about the G1. It's going on right now. I believe you said it ends August 13th.
Yeah, I think that's what I said.
Yeah, so that means that we still have 2 weeks left.
Is your favorite still Elgin?
No,
Not
definitely
necessarily
not.
your favorite wrestler, but
Definitely not.
he beat Omega.
He has 4 points. And Omega has 6. And Okada has the most with 8. He's the only one that has 8. So,
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen. Okada could just win the whole thing. Get his little trophy.
I think I'm going to take KO again. Well, not Okada. That's literally his initials too. But Kenny Omega, I think he's going to win it 2 times straight. That's my pick.
Yeah?
Yep.
It seems like they have a tradition of letting people win it 2 times straight, honestly.
Yeah, and I don't think they've done that in a while. So it seems like that could definitely happen with Omega. They did it with fucking Andre the Giant. Didn't you say that?
Well, it wasn't back-to-back.
Oh, was it not? Either way, being a 2-time winner.
Yeah.
That's,
Inoki won in between that.
I don't know too much about the G1 history, so
Me either,
yeah,
but...
all this is learning. And to be honest, I like it that way. I'm learning. I know like everything about the Royal Rumble and stuff like that. So learning stuff about the G1 and the past of Japanese wrestling, very interesting.
It's crazy to see, like,
Guys like Hogan.
yeah, guys like Hogan winning, like, multiple times. And Andre. But Hogan more than Andre to me. I bet he is the best heel.
I heard an interview of Hogan talking, I'm pretty sure while he was in WWF, about how the IWGP title is the most important wrestling title in the world. So,
yeah.
Nothing puts you over like having Hulk Hogan.
I mean, when you look at New Japan, not just NJPW, but just Japanese wrestling, I guess, it seems like it's always been very strong. Whereas WWE at some points, or WWF, was pretty, had people in it that were just pretty jokey.
Yeah.
And I could see Hulk seeing the competition over there just as better. Or maybe fresher. Same mindset that you have. He already had fought everybody there and won that title multiple times. Goes over there, wins that title, and now he's saying that that's the most important. But he won a couple times. Andre won a couple times. What other... Did Brock Lesnar win? I don't believe I saw him on the list. I think those are the only couple American guys that I saw
It's
won.
just crazy to think that fucking
Andre's not American.
Kenny Omega and Hulk Hogan won the same thing. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
That blows your mind if you think about it. But,
Weird. Very weird. But
Got some good matchups in this. I think one guy who's making leaps and bounds since the start of this tournament is Tama Tonga.
yeah, that promo was really good. It
The
got
promo
people
was good.
buzzing.
His match works good. His fucking bad boy attitude in the matches
His
is
gimmick.
just awesome.
Yeah,
I
he's,
really
he's
like
good.
Tama Tonga. He's really coming into his own there.
Good head of hair.
Nice head of hair. You got that right. Nice
Isn't he
little-
usually in a tag team?
Yeah, with Tangaroa and
I haven't seen that guy.
Camacho.
I know him from NXT.
Yeah, I don't know what. It was weird seeing that Tonga was going to be in this. Like I said, I don't see everything that happens. Maybe they're not even a team anymore.
Was
Who knows?
Juice in it?
Juice is in it, yeah.
He's in it?
Juice Robinson is in it.
And how many people are in it altogether? 14? I just guessed. 18? Pretty crazy that he made it in it then. He's doing pretty good over there. He's big. He's a big guy. The
Apparently he
Juice.
got a big reaction when they announced him to be in it, because that was one of the guys. Because like you said earlier, it's a lot of the same guys over there. And he was not necessarily a New Japan guy.
Yeah.
And when fans heard that he was going to be in it, they were real excited. It was like the biggest reaction other than maybe Omega and Kota Ibushi. So
How's Ibushi holding up? I think he
I
has.
think he has 4 points.
I think
as
he
well.
has 4 points too. Yeah.
I think he got 2 wins. He got 1 win over Tetsuya Naito.
What is the scoring? 2 for a pin, 1 for a submission.
I guess I don't know. I really don't even know.
I believe that's what I read.
Everybody's had even numbers. It seems like. So.
Yeah, I believe that's what I read. 2.
No, we wouldn't do 1 for a submission because it's harder to get a submission. So that don't.
I know that doesn't make sense, but it's 1 for something. It was 2. It was 2 and 1. It went down. I just don't
Maybe
recall.
it's 2 for a win and 1 for a draw or something.
A draw.
Yeah,
Do they have draws off?
because that just doesn't make sense for the submission to be worth less because
I took
it's harder to attain.
Snapchats.
Took
I always do
Snapchats?
that. Screenshots.
He's got screenshots. He's gonna pull them out.
Maybe that's one of the things.
But anyway, other guys. In the
1 point for a draw. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, 0 points for a
Loss.
loss. You're
Okay.
right. It's funny because they put it though. There's no difference between. It doesn't say anything about submission.
Now see that you're thinking of the Bound for Glory series,
I'm
which
not.
I like. I like that.
I don't know nothing about
3
Bound
points
Glory
for a submission,
series.
and then 2 points for a pin. So it's pretty much the fantasy game I made up.
Do you know who Yugi Nagata is?
Yeah,
Or
it's his 19th and final G1.
really? He has 0 points. Do you know who Satoshi Kojima is?
What is it?
Satoshi Kojima?
I think I do. I'm not sure if it's the one. I think if it's the one
0.
with like half mask that I was thinking. But
He has
might
0
not
as
be.
well. Juice has 2. Juice only has 2 points. Juice Robinson.
He's getting out soon.
He's with Toru Yano
O.J. Simpson.
and Yoshihashi. I feel like I've heard that name. Yoshihashi.
Yoshihashi's good. Toriyano is one of my least favorite in New Japan. Probably my least favorite. The guy who comes out with a book or pamphlet or something, whatever he's holding. Just don't do it for me.
I recognize most of these people, which is pretty odd to me because usually whenever we watch New Japan, I don't recognize a good amount of them. It seems like it's going to be either Naito or Tanahashi versus either Omega or Okada in the last match. Because right now Okada has first, and then in second it's Naito, Zack Sabre Jr., Tanahashi, Kenny Omega, and Evil. I don't know anything about Evil. How could
He's
he
doing
do?
good.
I mean, do you know? Like, he's the guy that wears the singlet, right?
The singlet, yeah, he looks like a
RVD.
Asian RVD / Bo Dallas.
Bo Dallas. I can see the Bo Dallas. I've seen him a few times. I mean, he has 6 points. He's doing
good.
well.
He really is doing good. He only has lost 1 match. Can't remember who it was to.
I-
Sonata. It was to Sonata.
I
Former Los Ingobernables member.
I don't quite understand how the G1 how it works because it says that it goes by weeks, but then all the videos and stuff say like day 6. They say like day 6 or day 7 or like day 10, and it's like, well, what sense does that make? Are they literally just wrestling every day? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, you would think it'd be day 9 would be the last one. Because all 9 people have to fight each other.
But it doesn't. didn't make sense the way that I was reading it.
See, it lasts 4 weeks, but they're not wrestling every day. They're wrestling a match, then they get a couple days off, then they're wrestling a match.
So it's a couple days off, or are they doing like Friday and then Friday and then Friday and then Friday?
Man, I don't know. No, because they're fighting every couple of days.
Yeah, that's odd. That's why I just can't grasp I don't understand like when it's happening.
But it's not every day. So I mean, they gotta on the cards that have singles bouts with the G1. It seems like they have the G1 competitors also in like tag matches on the card against each other and stuff for no points. So they try to keep it balanced.
Well, we've watched a few of the matches. We plan on watching a good amount more of the matches, especially now that it's dwindling down. You know, it's kind of like all sports. You know, you watch you have your football, basketball, all that, and then it starts to get down to the finals, and everybody's watching. Yeah. I mean, we love wrestling, but New Japan's just hard for us. It's just hard. It's such a foreign everything. You know, other than the mats. And the tights.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. I do like English commentary, so
yeah.
When I can't find it, I think that sucks.
Because it's just hard. It's just hard to watch and stay focused when you don't know what's being said. But at the same time, you don't. It just shows that the commentary gives a lot.
Yeah,
gives a whole lot. That's pretty much it. I don't really know what else to even say about the G1.
I can't think of any matchups or anything that are still left. Omega and Okada, we'll see that
yeah, that happens soon.
Eventually. But I think it'll have a 30-minute time limit, so it's not going to be like the other ones.
I'd rather them not go an hour again.
I mean, they won't.
Omega should beat him. I don't know, though. Well, yeah, Omega should only beat him if he's going to win the tournament, I guess. Because if he beats him and then doesn't win the tournament, then it's like you beat him for naught. You know, just for nothing.
Omega, I don't know. Who knows?
Who knows?
Nice to see. I'm going to be cool with watching the finals. That'll be exciting.
Yeah.
Because last year I just didn't know too much about it. I just thought, Kenny Omega won G1 Climax. That's cool. Wonder what that is. Now this year I'm like, oh shit, who is it going to be?
Yeah. Bad Luck Fale.
Like it could come down to maybe Sabre Jr.
That'd be nuts, dude.
Yeah,
that would be nuts.
I really like him there.
I mean, he's really good. The only stuff that I don't like from those guys that do that technical style, I don't like when they wrap people up and leave them wrapped up. I think that annoys me more than anything in wrestling.
It makes people look stupid.
I hate that. And that's the only thing. That's my only dislike with Sabre Jr. I've seen him do it. Maybe once. I think he did it in that tournament. He's in all the tournaments.
Well, I mean, Jack Gallagher did it. So maybe that's who you're thinking of.
Maybe that is.
Either way.
Zack Sabre Jr., he's just like...
If you tangle someone up to where they can't get out, you've won the match. What the fuck are you even keeping going for? That should be, in all aspects of the word, wrestling, that should be it.
Yeah.
You won. You out-wrestled them to a point where they literally couldn't move.
I feel like Zack Sabre Jr. has done a good job of maintaining being one of the better independent wrestlers in the world for a while. You know, he really is like he's such an underdog star who just seems to end up in every tournament. Like anywhere that anything's happening, he's there.
He pops up everywhere.
That's great.
That's true.
G1, keep watching. Keep watching New Japan. Keep watching WWE. Go and watch GFW if you missed it. We watched the highlights. They were okay. And Charles, I know you said you weren't feeling well, but I'm glad that you joined in with me, you know?
Yeah, I couldn't leave you hanging.
Couldn't do it without you.
Couldn't leave you hanging.
Couldn't do it without you. The slew just would be lost without the X. It just wouldn't make sense.
Well, X does mark the spot.
But we did it through all the vamping, through all the random vamping and the banter and whatnot.
We did.
We made it to the end, and
phenomenal show, friend.
Yeah, if you like this, go check out everything else, and go find us on all the social media websites. Charles, give him a goodbye.
Goodbye, and have a great day, and a good morning, and a better night.